Good morning, everyone. Welcome here to Goroka, Papua New Guinea. Man, look at the sky behind us. Beautiful morning. Probably the camera's not picking up the actual true colors, but I've got a really great video for you today. We're actually heading out to Awana, and then behind pigeon. And then after that, we're gonna go on to Denungat. So both of those are Class D airstrips, so I'll be flying out by myself today. Awana is max slope of 17%, so I mean, it's a full-on hill. There's like no flat area. I mean, it's just like up a hill, pretty short. I don't even remember what it is. 1350, 1360, I think maybe. I'll look, we'll find out. And then after that, probably in the next video, and then I'm going on to Denungat. So as long as the clouds work for me today. It is 6:20 in the morning, 57 degrees out, so 14 to 15 degrees Celsius, something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and check the weather out there to see where my first stop is looking, because last night they were forecasting fog all the way out here, but it's like 10 times nicer when they are forecasting. So that was going to change my day, how I played everything out today. So I'm starting at Goroka. I'm heading down to Awana and then on over to Denungat. So it actually doesn't look that bad right now in Awana as far as like the satellite picture showing how many clouds are above. So I'm going to go over here to the low cloud setting, and it's showing probably like broken low clouds, and that's all I have. So I guess we'll go ahead and just pre-flight the plane and get loaded up. We have a pig we're taking out today, and yeah, get on our way. So I've gone around and checked all of the lights. Now I'm gonna go ahead and check all the systems in here, like the autopilot, making sure that my engine inlet goes to bypass and all that stuff works. So making sure my flaps go down properly without having flat fails, little things like that. They had a big rain out there last night, so more than likely it might be slippery. And like I said, it's like I think touchdown's 13%, max slope 17%, so it might be slippery. But if I can't go to Awana first, then that changes everything, because I'm already fueled for a huge rounder. And then I have penalties getting out of Denungat later today, so we'll see how it goes. Alright everyone, quick update. There is fog in Awana, and that means that I actually have to go to Denungat first for my first flight. Second flight, go out to Awana. But now I have an extra hour's worth of fuel because I had fueling for one fog coming back in here. But clearly, looking behind me, there's no fog this morning. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this video up when I'm done with the first Denungat flight, and then we're gonna go head out to Awana on the second flight. They're saying now there's some long grass on the left side, but it's nice on the right side and in the middle. This is how it goes. I am back. Now 9:30. Already did one Denungat flight. We're heading out to Awana now. I really hope that this works. We just got off the phone not too long ago saying that they still do have some low-lying clouds just on the ridges, but Awana is at the very top of the ridge. So, but out of the two flights, Awana then on to Denungat, the people in Denungat are more important to get out than the people from Awana over to Denungat. So I'm taking a chance heading out there. I've got an extra half hour of fuel on board that I can just kind of muck around and hope for the best. Brook Tower, November Tango Kilo, requesting taxi Awana, 1 POB, copy Alpha November Romeo, Sierra Delta Foxtrot.
Tango Kilo, second destination? Awana. We had 2 flight plans. I basically flip-flopped them, so we're doing Awana, then Denunget.
Number Tango Kilo Roger, have your flight plan. Taxi for 17 left, and about track and lineup. 1021.
1021, clear back track lineup 17 left. November Tango Kilo. Right, our TAWS is off. Our switches and instruments have already all been set up. I don't think I quite have my full right rudder trim. That was one of the questions that one of you guys, a few of you guys have asked that do fly the Microsoft Flight Sim Kodiak or even X-Plane. They're saying, hey, we don't have to take off with full right rudder. This is a Gen 1 Kodiak, and since then I think they've fixed it. So in our simulator we don't have to either. In the real airplane, it really does help having the full right rudder on takeoff, and then as you're climbing out you just slowly take it out. Right, flaps are...
Kilo inbound traffic on track Alpha November Romeo, Focus 70 from Mosby. It's tracking 105. Estimated fuel 44 will be on the same from flight level. We'll be doing a straight-in approach.
November Tango Kilo copies, and I'll be listening for him. November Tango Kilo, ready for departure.
To left hand, clear for takeoff.
Left turn, clear for takeoff. November Tango Kilo.
Left hand.
Alright, ignition inlet and lights.
For a straight in.
Ignition condition flaps 20, fuel and harnesses 26.
Number Romeo, assemble 1, brake, Sierra Delta Foxtrot,
1030.
Position now?
We're 9 miles to run the field, Sierra Delta Foxtrot.
Work is set.
Sierra Delta Foxtrot, change of sequence, U number 2 now. Left downwind, report of left base, expect
to rotate.
To extend downwind. Allow Focus 70, Alpha number Romeo. Will be number 1 ahead of you.
Rook Tower, November Tango Kilo, departed 40, tracking 140 on climb 900,000, estimating Awana on the hour, and I should be out of Alpha November Romeo's way now.
Tango Kilo, contact Mosby 1207-662-215 miles.
1207-662-215, November Tango Kilo. Right, busy day. 120.7 46622. Better get these in before I forget. And let's go ahead and pull our prop on back to 2,000 RPM now. Right, we're just going up to 900,000. We're out of the way of Alpha November Romeo on a straight in now, so that's good. We'll throw our pilot on. We'll adjust our ITT under 720, and you can see this is flashing. This is my QNH or my altimeter setting. We're going to turn it on back down to our area QNH of 1009. That's what it was about an hour ago. Yeah, the whole morning kind of shifted really quickly. Yesterday, I was planning, and all we have is the Windy app for weather. I was looking at it, kind of planning out my day, so I fueled for what looked like the optimum organization of my flights, heading out to Awana first, then Denunget. I had some people in Denunget that were doing an international flight, so they're really the most important people to get out on the first flight.
Romeo, 3 miles, confirm. Clear to land.
Romeo, clear to land and cross.
Clear to land and cross, after Romeo.
But I had too much weight to take my passengers from Goroka out to Awana, get more passengers, and then go on to Denunget. I would have, I think 8 passengers, I think. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 8 passengers. And they're all just bringing like just a backpack at most. Just because there's some PNG people that are heading over to Denunget for a week for a conference or to get together with the church out there. I would have been AFCG taking off out of there, and I would have been overweight getting out of Awana, which is, let me look it up, 380 meters or 1,246 feet. So probably one of the shorter ones that we go to. I would say most of our airstrips are like 1,600 feet long on average, so yeah, quite a bit shorter. I think it's even shorter than Denunget. For some reason I was thinking it was longer, but yeah, it's actually 1,240, and then the max slope is 17% out here. I think touchdown is 13.
Steered out the Foxtrot, we're turning left base now.
It looks like 900,000 is going to work just fine getting all the way out here. let's go ahead. Moresby 120.7, November Tango Kilo transfer.
November Tango Kilo, go ahead.
November Tango Kilo 15 miles to the southeast, Goroka, 900,000. Estimating Awana 56.
November Tango Kilo, North for the traffic, Beijing 1009, HS 6622.
1009 6622, November Tango Kilo. All right, let's just go ahead and go over the strip chart real quick before we get out there. We've just got another 8.5 minutes. 5,200 feet for pattern altitude, or correction for elevation, but the touchdown zone is actually 5,000. So the bottom is 5,000, the top's 5,200. So quite a big difference between the two. Slope is 13.2, and then the maximum slope at the top is 17%. And when lining up, caution the right wingtip because there's a big hill right there. It's a really small little turnaround area at the top. We're going to enter into the pattern at 6,000 and then do like a really long final just to line myself up because it's, let's see when we get out there. It's, yeah, it would just work a lot easier doing a really long final that way. We'll be landing on runway 10. Kind of a grassy clay surface. They said it was a little bit longer grass on the left side and shorter on the right side in the center. So I'm actually going to fly it backwards, like down the hill, just to get a good look at it because I can't just fly up it because it's just too steep with rising terrain. And if I feel like it's just unsafe to land, if I have one wheel in tall grass and the other one's not, the one's to pull me that way. And on the left side, there's this big wall of dirt, basically, that you'd be pulled into, so that's my thinking of why I might not land, if that was the case. So my plan is to come into the valley, come up this way, turn around, then fly down it backwards, fly back around, enter into a left downwind, and then go ahead and fly the circuit that way. And if for some reason I can't land here, then I'll just head on out to Denunga and you guys can catch the landing out there. But I am planning on shooting a video from Awana out to Denunga as well, right after this as well, if I have enough battery power to do so. But just kind of planning out how my descent is, just because there's quite a bit of clouds here. I'm looking kind of at where my valley is. This lighter area is where the valley is, so that I might have to head around that way so I can start my descent on down rather than waiting until I get to this last valley before I just like chop and drop on down. But we'll get around this corner here and just take a look to see if it's going to work or not. Yeah, so it's just now starting to clear up a little bit that way because that's kind of the way the valley goes. I'll just start heading out that way just so I can start my descent here shortly. We're going down to 6,000, so I could put that in here, 6,000. Then head on down here. It looks like 800 feet per minute will work pretty well, and my top of descent's here just in a second. This is kind of what I was expecting, is just a lot of low clouds sitting on all the ridges, and that's exactly what's happening. It's not really fog, it's just the clouds haven't quite raised up yet. I'll go ahead and just start my descent just now.
Vertical track.
There you go. And we're going to be landing on runway 10, so OBS, runway 10. Turning final 5400. That's on right. It says 5400, but it says the touchdown was 5,000, so I'm going to do it actually at 500 foot above that. All right. All stations Awana 120.7, Kodiak November Tango Kilo 10 miles to the northwest, passing 8,000 on descent. Circuit time Awana 56. And start up our checklist. I've got these on my website if you're interested, if you're a pilot, if you're a sim pilot, whatever else. I've got them for piston, I've got them for turbine, like complex planes, and then also not so complex like a 152. Our fuel selectors and our brakes, our TAWS, train awareness system, we're turning that off. Our VREF. We're at 6,500 pounds, so 70 knots. That seems high. Oh, it is set, yep, 70 knots, okay. Lights and inlet are done. If we have to go around, it's power up, 20 degrees of flaps. Right hand turn, pitch for 12 degrees and 740 on the ITT. That's not really looking that great ahead, to be honest. At all. There's just so many clouds just touching the ridges, and it's at the very top of the mountain ridge. I don't know what they were saying, but oh, wait a minute. No, I think I might. I don't know. I can't quite see it yet. I'm only 5 miles. Well, we'll get up as close as we can and take a look at it. 6,000, entering around. We'll call up Moresby now. Moresby 1207, November Tango Kilo.
November Tango Kilo, Moresby, go ahead.
November Tango Kilo in the circuit, Awana, report after landing.
November Tango Kilo.
There's a cloud right on my approach, all the way down to the ground. Oh, man. All right, let me fly around. Maybe I can come in maybe a little bit different or not have quite as an extended downwind. Because, yeah, well, no, the field's all open. Right over there. No, I think this still might work. My go-around is completely wide open. I can go around to the last second. Let's slow on down. 10 degrees. Oh, getting in there to fly the field though, that's not looking very awesome. 20 degrees. Alright, we'll make a quick right hand turn out of here in a second.
$500.
All right. Take a look at this here. Long grass, long grass. Not bad. All right, that looks good. All right, I think we can still do the circuit. Let's give it a go. Leave our 20 degrees, prop and harness. We'll get harness in a second. I'm at 70 knots final, just to verify that. It just seems high, but I do have a lot of fuel. So 6,500. And I think I have my 86. For 870 on the fuel, 86, 870. Yeah, that's way high. Okay, I thought that sounded wrong. All right, 5,600 pounds, so that's more like it. 64 knots. All right, that sounds better. I have a 4-knot left crosswind. Have to go around, power up, 20 degrees, left-hand turn, pitch for 12 degrees, 740 ITT. Up and harness is done. Flaps to go. Full flaps now. All right, 2 knots tailwind. These are 64 knots. Very close.
$500.
I'm going to add 5 knots, so 69 knots, because it's a slope. Not tailwind. Weather 69 knots, 0 wind. We're continuing. We're committed. All right. Just gonna turn as sharp as I can here, and then we'll straighten the nose wheel up after we shut down. Catch my breath. That worked. As far as getting in here, not the landing, just getting in here with clouds and stuff. We're gonna load up with 5 passengers here, head over to Denunget. So yeah, after this video, I'll have the next video coming in a couple of days after that. So Moresby 6622, November Tango Kilo on the ground. Awana, cancel SAR.
November Tango Kilo, Awana, SAR terminated.
November Kilo. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch. I'll throw some drone footage up that I have at this place, not from today, but from another day. So stay tuned to the end of the video so you can get some nice views. See you guys next time.